New year, new me, or I guess happy 2026. I guess Gnostic child. 2026. I'm still Gnostic child. I don't give a fuck. Shit, fuck shit. I want to talk right now. A lot of shit I could say, but I want to give some information, some value. So I guess I'll start off by saying, fuck a New Year's resolution. If you want to change shit, change shit. If you don't. Don't force yourself to do nothing. Be happy with where you are. Be happy with who you are. If life calls for change, then change. But, don't ever let life force you. Um, you do have a choice. You do have a say-so in all of this. You don't have to let time control you. And that's really the main thing they want, is for time to control us. Time to control all of our decisions and our thoughts and everything. Like, I was just thinking to myself today, I was just like I felt this pressure, like, oh, it's January 1st now. Damn, I ain't different yet. I was supposed to change already. First day into the year, I'm like, damn, I was supposed to be different already. And then it's sick because I'm sitting here thinking all these thoughts over fucking made up time and all of this bullshit. And I know it's bullshit. That's what makes me even more sick that I even give any attention. So I know there's people that are drowning in guilt and whatever. And it's just day one. Now it's day two, but it was just day one. And I bet you a lot of people's day one started off with a lot of pressure and just a need, or this, I would say, strong desire to have this, like, I don't know, maybe like some, I guess yeah, like, just like me, like they just expected things to just change automatically, or like wake up and they're just like, yeah, start of the new year, new me. Now this is when I start applying myself to things based off this. And it's like, you could, that's okay if that's what you would like to do. If you're ready, then by all means. But if you're not, you don't have to lie to yourself, and you don't have to force yourself to do anything. If you're comfortable with where you are, we should always go towards progression and growth. And I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying, like, growth comes in many, many forms. Progress, none of these things usually have anything to do with things outside of yourself. Even if you just go outside and go enjoy nature and immerse yourself in the wholeness of life, that's an accomplishment. That's a goal. Like, if anyone's gonna, if there's gonna be goals, set goals to do, just to live. Set the goal to be alive. That should be. I mean, yeah, that should be everyone's New Year's resolution. Just be alive. Stop being dead. Stop being dead in the head. I call it dead in the head when you're just fixated on your thoughts. You're dead in the head. You're not present in the present. You're not receiving the present of presence. You're dead in the head. You're dead in the head. When you're in your head and you're thinking thoughts and you're thinking all this bullshit, you're dead in the head. You're not alive. Alive is outside of the mind. Well, outside of our heads and our ideas of our constructs of things, you know. Yeah, so I would say, yeah, just make small, very small, obtainable goals. Like, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna brush my teeth 10 minutes earlier in a day, or stupid, simple stuff that just doesn't require any, strain, unless you would like that, unless you like that, you know. Um, I just did 60 push-ups. I did two sets within like a couple of minutes, maybe 3 minutes, and then I waited a little while because after that second set, and I was drinking a little bit, so working out and drinking are like, it's like, I don't know, and eating. Well, I ate earlier, but still, I didn't drink that much. I only drank a little bit, but still, I could definitely feel the difference between drinking and working out and not drinking and working out. So, but either way, I got it done, and I did 60 push-ups today. I think that's great. Usually I like to hit maybe 60 is fine. I mean, because before I was just trying to get myself to do 10 a day. That was the goal. But after I was able to do 10, I wanted to push myself to 20 a day. Once I saw I could do 20 a day, I was like, okay, I got to do more than 20 a day. Now I got to do 40 minimum, 60 to 80 max, or 100 max, whatever I'm feeling. But as long as I do more than 40, or at least 40, that's my personal whatever, but I go some days without doing any, and I'm not too proud of that, but I don't necessarily feel down about it either. It's really like, it's okay, the whole point of exercising, I would like to think, is to build up muscle that will last for life. So, or obviously you got to retrain, you got to shock your body, get it back into the rhythm of being physical, stuff like that. But I still haven't really been like, oh, look at you aren't doing anything. Like, no, it's cool. If I don't do it, I don't do it. Even right now, I kind of want to say, this year I'm gonna record way more music. I'm gonna go outside and I mean, it's good to have goals. It's always good to have goals, and it doesn't matter what, I guess, the desire. I mean, not the desire, wrong word. It doesn't matter, I guess, what I guess brings it about. Just as long as you're ready. That's really what it comes down to. Not only are you ready, but are you ready to make that shift now? Like, completely alive in that version of yourself that you see to, want to bring about. Are you ready to remain as that person, as that character in every given circumstance and everything in life? Because that is the key. That's the doorway to all the goals being accomplished. And, it's just the end result thinking that's very, very problematic. Because nothing is ever really about an end result. It's all about the process of becoming. Everything is just in a process, and the process is never, ever over. And I feel like a lot of people, it's two different people. There's people who say, yeah, once I have this, and this, yeah, I have it. I did it, And for some people, maybe that's true. And then there's some people who are just like, yeah, no, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to get more. Not because I'm greedy. I mean, well, I guess you could argue greed plays a factor in that, maybe. But I would just like to believe some people just want more. They see how much they could provide. Whether it's ideas, creativity, science, whatever it is. People just see a space to fill. And they go on and do that, and that's beautiful. Some people fill a lot of spaces and do a lot of I'm one of those people. I'm speaking about people like me. Clothing, music, performances. I could go a whole list of things that I didn't necessarily see my life going down the direction of, but seeing how things have panned out, I couldn't be happier for all of the things that I've taken on in my life. But all of the goals and things that I set for myself were prior to any date on the calendar. They were all things that I decided for myself once I was ready. And I've been in the process of making those changes ever since. So I just look at New Year's like, yay, New Year's. But, you know, but like I said, I'm not going to lie. I did feel that pressure a little bit to, like, kind of conform and be like, oh, yeah, it's New Year's. So feel that pressure to, like, and then go with that outcome-based thinking. And the irony about outcome-based thinking is that it doesn't put you on a path to get what you want because you're still thinking about the distance between you and what you want. But when you think of things as you would like them to be, life just presents circumstances that allow you to reaffirm that and make it more and more true, to which eventually it will become true. But most people are resistant to that because they don't perceive. People think they know so much that they think, oh, I want this to play out like this. And then life provides them an opportunity to make it a possibility. And they fumble it because they didn't realize that was an opportunity to just, people look at it like, oh my gosh, I got to do this and I got to do it. Like, bro, you literally just asked for what you asked for. And life just did something to make it at least somewhat feasible in some fashion. And you literally turned up your nose at it and said, nope, this isn't it. I want something better. Yeah, good luck with that. Take what life gives you. That's another thing I'll say. Take what life gives you. Literally, spiritually, physically, all in every aspect. Take everything life gives you. Take it. It's all you got until you're gone. Well, you really don't have anything, but, the idea, at least you have the idea of having, I guess. So, take it. It's just an idea anyway, so take it. And, don't conform to the 2026 propaganda. Be the person you would like to be. Change because you would like to change. Be productive because you want to be productive. Be lazy because you want to be lazy. Fail because you want to fail. And failure is no such thing as a failure if you learn and you keep applying yourself. So it doesn't even matter. Nothing really matters because you can't lose and you can't win. You're just playing the play. You could have perceived wins, you could have perceived losses, but in the grand scheme of things, there's no such thing. There's so much vastness that winning and losing is baby concepts. Honestly, very, very baby concepts. So, I would just say live. Focus on living. Presence. Being as with yourself as you can. Because the more you could be with yourself, the more you could be with others. The more connected you are within, whole within, the more you are connected without, whole without. So, if there's anything in life you would like to change, please give yourself grace. Allow life to give you what it needs to give you in order to make those changes possible, feasible. But also give yourself in the moment right now the opportunity to be who you want to be, who you need to be. Be that right now and let everything else unfold from that. I have something I wrote in my phone. I don't know if I saw it in a video, but it's probably like one of the last things I'm going to say, and then I'm going to end this video. I wrote this down. It says, this is a few things that I like to say. One is, no one's thinking. Nothing is happening. No one is here. Like, I feel like that's such a remedy to any time I'm overthinking and I'm overstimulated or I'm stressing or anxious, anything that just got me out of center. All I have to do is say, no one's thinking, meaning me, these thoughts, they don't even really exist. So I could calm down because it's actually not real. So it's okay. Nothing is happening because sometimes thoughts happen, let's put it in the context of where we say happening, as in external stimuli mixed with internal sensations. But yeah, none of that is true. All of that stuff is just stuff. And then the mind takes and tries to grab onto something to make it into something, but it's nothing. Nothing is happening. And the last one, no one is here. You get so, oh my gosh, yo, like especially in moments of like embarrassment or perceived embarrassment, where like you're looking at people and they're like, just example, people are like laughing at you. They're like, ha ha, we could see your underwear, your pants fell. Now we could see your underwear and your knees. You look at your ashy knees, ah, ha, ha. And everyone's laughing. You get so mad. You're so embarrassed, and you get all that discomfort in your thoughts and in this body. And you could just realize there's no one even here. I'm not even here. Nothing is even happening. No one's thinking. And it puts you back in the place where you're above what's occurring. The second one I picked up from a video. I might tag the person or put them in the description. I'm going to give him credit. I'm going to definitely give him a shout out because I like this. Own nothing, control everything. Makes sense to me. Why have any liabilities when you could just, like I said, it kind of goes back to the first one of just kind of being above all of the things, Another one I like, now is new, independent from anything else. And this is the one. As I see the world now, things will never come to be. And that's something that I would say anytime that I get in a bad state. And I say, as I see the world now, things will never come to be. Meaning I'm taking ownership of the negative state. I'm not a victim to it. Like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. It's like, no. Whatever happened, in whatever reason, no matter what, if I keep seeing the world this way, things won't change. I have to change within myself, no matter what's happening outside of me. So that's just a beautiful reminder that I love to always reiterate. But yeah, basically all is to say, develop a mind that's above these trivial, just all the stuff that life throws at us, society says we should have or do. The way that people look at us, take all that shit, flush it down the toilet. Embrace a new world. Embrace a new life. And that life is forever. That life isn't just 1 year or 2 years or something you gotta keep chasing. That life is here, right now, and forever. And I hope 2026 you give yourself that. Of all the resolutions you could give yourself, I hope that's the biggest one. Nastic Ja. Happy New Year's.